How's everybody doing today? I'm Jamie Chambrelli with Arbor Master Training and Buckingham Manufacturing. Today we've got our new saddle coming out this year. It's called the Navigator. It's a new upgraded look at a traditional Arbor Master suspension that's been time proven through decades of tree work, but it holds a bunch of new features to it. First, let's start with the waist connection. Quick connect buckle that are very easy to adjust. And the upper suspension on the saddle has upgraded friction adjustments. So it's very easy to make adjustments to the saddle and the suspension while it's on the climber. Those same quick connect buckles are down here at the bottom. And one change to the suspension here in the front, we've upgraded the rope bridge options by bringing a custom piece of hardware into the upper suspension. So now the rope bridges on the traditional Arbor Master suspension are fully replaceable and can host multiple bridge options, including the stitched double bridge option that gives you an adjustable feature while working on a stem that's available on the Agility. So we've also upgraded the back pad on the saddle. We have injection molded cool form technology in here. Keeps the climber cooler and drier. And one of the biggest benefits and features to this saddle is that it has a water resistant construction. Because we all know those days happen where you're out there and all of a sudden it starts pouring on you. The actual material that it's made of is water resistant, so it's not getting soaked all day and weighing you down. The lower leg adjustments here are rated leg adjustments so that this can also be retrofitted into a full fall arrest harness for a bucket truck. So climbers that are dealing with situations where they're frequently traversing from bucket to tree in removal operations or in pruning operations now have the option to have it all in one package right here in the saddle. That also gives you options to remove it. Say you're doing ornamental pruning or big tree pruning the next day where it's climber access only, you can remove the fall arrest and then retrofit it back on when you need to go back to fall arrest activities.
We definitely did take a really good look at the leg pads and the lower suspension of this saddle as well. We integrated a Velcro piece here that lets you adjust the pad and where it's placed on the positioned on your buttocks area so it properly supports you and doesn't cause any blood flow issues, stuff
Velcro
like that. And it's shaped specifically in the groin area, so it stays out of that area the way it's shaped. We shaped it so it relieves some pressure points with the backing in the outer shell of the leg pad.
This also has accessory clips for your chainsaw down here that are fixed onto the saddle, as well as 3 spots to add in other accessories like the buck carrier or transporter, vault, whatever your gear hanging and racking attachments that you're looking for. Also has these hard HDPE fixed loops back here that are in the saddle for racking additional gear. Yeah, so the buck top is a different approach at your standard single rope chest harness. It's very well vented material so that it breathes on the climber. It can function as a set of suspenders, but if that's not necessary because you're not doing removals or something that day, those suspenders can be removed off of it and it can be just a standalone chest harness for whatever your application is. The Y harness, that's the retrofit for the fall arrest, is same padding on the inside with rated webbing with a sternal and a dorsal attachment. Idea with this is that it spreads the load across and not just directly down, because when you have suspenders that are just rolling over your shoulder and then you shift in the tree, the suspenders shift, this one slacks out, and the other one gets tight, and then you go back the other way, and you kind of end up with this mess sometimes where your shirt ends up underneath your arm. So you can see here as Ryan bends and flexes in this thing, it kind of stays in line because of the way it's loaded. And also, when he goes into a climbing system to tend it, it's going to pull down from the back of the harness when it's in the suspension or when it's in the suspender setup. so that it's not going to be riding up the climber's back or anything like that.
I think we looked at this one from kind of the outside in. We wanted to make sure that we added all the features and benefits that are seen with the standard chest harnesses out there now, but kind of improve those with things like elastic retention to improve mobility and function when you're using these types of harnesses, because we all know that single rope techniques becoming more and more standard throughout the industry. So we really took a unique approach with this one for sure.
You know, trying to make gear as versatile as possible for the climbers so that they can be the most productive, safest, and efficient they can.